Welcome to your daily reading, folks. I am using the Light Seers Tarot, and I've laid your cards out in a Celtic cross formation. You have the Three of Cups in reverse as your central theme and as your first card. This is potentially pretty difficult because you have learned to not be around people. And I'll say why I say have learned not to be around people here in just a second. This is letting go of friends. Sometimes it's a good thing, sometimes it's a bad thing to let go of people who kind of pass through your life. I wonder if this wasn't meant to happen, if you didn't break up, and some friendships and some relationships that you should have been, but it was just so painful to be around them that you just kind of left things alone. Now, your crossing card is the Hermit, and it's pointing towards the future. I'm wondering if you aren't isolating yourself unnecessarily. I do see in the past that you changed, you listened to the universe, you chose to become closer to your best and highest self, and you started cleaning people out of your life. Not everyone was meant to be swept away out of your life, ignored, ghosted, left alone completely. And I feel like you are too isolated now. It was actually pointing in this direction, wasn't it? You're too isolated, and it may feel like your spiritual transformation was so immense that you don't feel like you can be around other people. Like they just they fundamentally won't understand you. And for many people, that's true. A lot of them are not going to be able to understand and appreciate how hard you've worked to get to this point. But I do see that you are unnecessarily isolating, and with this being in reverse and pointing towards the future, the universe wants you to start gradually getting your way out of your hermitage. You're meant to be with people. In your conscious position, you have the Devil. You are consciously struggling with the idea of getting back out there, of exposing your heart again. You might have been pretty significantly harmed by people in the past. With the Three of Cups in reverse, that suggests to me that at least some of those people didn't deserve to be in your presence anymore. But I wonder if it didn't get too out of control, the idea that you needed to let go of everybody in your life. Not everybody was meant to be let go of, at least not forever. Still isolated. This is you struggling to ask other people for help, and I wonder if you aren't just so isolated and so used to being isolated that you've just decided to ignore help when it's being offered to you, because you'd say to yourself, I can do this just fine on my own. And that isn't always. We are social creatures. Humans are social creatures. It's okay to be alone with the universe sometimes. Sometimes we just need to be in our hermit stages. But for extended periods of time, that's just objectively harmful. See what you can do to gradually look for help, or at least accept it once it is offered to you. In your future, you've got the Page of Pentacles in reverse. There's the real risk that you could ignore an opportunity being offered to you because you're accustomed to people treating you a certain way. Not everybody was meant to be in your life, but not everybody is meant to be kept out of your life, especially not in the future. There's the real risk that you could miss out on an opportunity to grow yourself, grow what makes you materially comfortable, if you keep everybody out forever, or keep most people out. I don't know that you're meant to keep a very, very small circle. I definitely feel like you're supposed to be widening your friendship circle, or at least trying to right now. I do acknowledge that you've been through some difficult stages in life, and that letting go of people who once meant a lot to you is difficult. I acknowledge it. I acknowledge that. And, there is some pride to be taken here, when it comes to you advancing your best and highest self. That's hard work. It's time to move into a new phase. Here is your advice card. I'm sorry about my itchy nose. Your advice card is the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, and that is asking you to reconsider this. This is in your future, the Page of Pentacles. There's the real risk that if you consistently miss opportunities from the universe to build your material comfort and stability and all that kind of good stuff, that you can miss out on building out wealth for yourself. You are meant to be around other people. Additionally, your outcome includes the real risk that you could miss out on someone who comes in offering their affections to you. And I hope you don't do that. I've been getting quite a few messages for people who have romantic relationships coming in, and a lot of those risks come from you pushing that person away because you are so invested in protecting yourself after you went through a really difficult time. You're being asked to leave your hermitage, and you're being asked to let people in. If this is a future romantic partner, and for some of you, yes, it will be, I can't believe for a near minute that you'd actually want to miss out on this. Okay? Don't build up habits right now of isolating yourself so badly that you miss out on some really amazing stuff here in the future, okay? In your environment card, you've got the Three of Pentacles. You have the potential right now to work with somebody, but I don't know whether you are. It's interesting that I've got here the Three of Pentacles in reverse and the Three of Cups also in reverse. I wonder if you're not so burned from these past friendships, these so-called friendships, that you're just so unwilling to work with other people because you're afraid of the pain. Listen, I get it. I've been through circumstances that are similar to yours. There are some people who don't deserve to be in our lives, and yet their fuck-ups shouldn't affect your life forever. They didn't deserve you, the people that you were meant to let go of, but there will be people in your future who do deserve to be around you, and you need to let them in. In your hopes and your fears position, you've got the Knight of Wands in reverse. This, to me, is a fear of vulnerability. And that's all there is to that particular card and that particular placement. You're afraid of being vulnerable. And listen, okay. Sorry, we've got a lightning storm going on. You hear that? It's showing up on my audio clip, that's for sure. On the bottom of the deck, you have the Hanged Man in reverse. It's time to get up off your hanging post. So, for instance, to act on the downloads that the universe has given you, it's time to move out of your place of pausing when it comes to reconnecting with others who are meant to be around you. Transition into a new life, a new cycle, a new way of doing things, and slow down too. It's not always a good thing to be speeding around, zipping through things, burning things up on your way with that fire energy right here. Slow down. Re-enter slowly into the world. Re-enter slowly. Don't rush it. Take your time. This is meant to be done gradually and not quickly at all. You've been separate now for a long time. You've been isolated now for a long time from people who at least used to care for you. And I hope that if you do reconnect with some of the people from your past, that they deserve to be in your life and that they're welcoming to you. But I definitely see you having to be on a healing journey towards being vulnerable. So, folks, that was a short and sweet, why did the word wedding? You might be missing out on the possibility of your own wedding if you miss out on this. That's what popped into my head. Well, that's kind of what I would expect to see with this. See what you can do to reach out to others and start building your legacy. Okay, folks, that's enough for me. Y'all take care.